I made a video highlighting in-game mechanics / fixes that can be improved on with Texas Chainsaw Massacre just a couple of days ago. With that being said, I wasn't able to break down every little thing considering the duration of how long my original video would be, so what I truly wanted to do was focus on the 3 release maps in TCM today and do a breakdown of how this causes issues in the overall game, because people did not truly believe when I said that the Slaughterhouse is the most balanced map in the game. So let's break that down today. Welcome back to another TCM video where we are breaking down the map rotations to explain balance and maybe give you a few extra escape spots for your games. On the screen I will show a detailed breakdown of possible exit escapes, generator spots, fuse box placements, and even valve spots for escapes. If you're playing family, this will also show blood locations, chicken spots, basement door exits, etc. This will also give us in-game breakdowns of how to navigate in and out of each design location. First, we're going to start with the gas station map. The areas with the arrows pointed is the basement escape routes you can take, as well as the ladder spots that lead to the top. Important to note that Leatherface, Johnny, and Cook cannot climb ladders to the top or to the bottom. Do with that information what you will. Now, the part that should stand out to you the most is the main house, considering there's 2 fuse box possibilities that can help you escape from the basement. I've done the courtesy and highlighted all of them. Now I will also highlight the fuse placements that randomly spawn for you to run around and possibly collect. Once you grab one of the fuse highlighted at one of the possible purple arrowed locations, you will bring it to one of the 4 fuse box spots on the map and will also require a tool to open it to finish the minigame. Once the minigame is completed, the basement exit opens and you can exit out of that escape. That only spawns in one possible spot for the basement exit. Not to mention there's 2 well spots on each side of the house used for quick and easy escapes back to the basement if you get bombarded by family members. This is highlighted in green. There is a bunch of well spots as well. I'm not going to highlight all of them, but you can tell on the map there is a couple circle spots as well for these wells, but these are the most important. Also very important to note, besides the regular exit doors on all 3 maps, there are valve exit spawn spots spread across the map highlighted in blue. You need to bring one of those valves to one of the locations circled in black. Upon putting on the valve, there is a timer for which the exit door will be open within that time span. You need to find these locations based on where they randomly spawn on the map. Now, it's also very important to note that the family members can also turn these valves to turn them off. So you might need to turn this valve again to get it back on and then wait the extended timeline until the door opens as well. Perfect. Now with that out of the way, I can discuss the actual exit gates that lead you out to the roads besides the valve exit and the fuse exit. There are 3 other exits on opposing sides of the gas station. And let me just add in there is only one that I normally escape from, and it is the wooden door highlighted in black. This is the single-handedly easiest escape on this map based on overall time it takes to leave out of this exit, only requiring 2 lockpicks without Cook's padlocks. Both the red circle areas require 2 lockpicks if you're including unlocking the green highlighted areas and also kicking a generator or disabling a battery from either side. The wooden door leading out just seems like the easier escape method if the family has a heavy guard on the main house for fuses and valve escapes. I cannot say enough why this wooden door is so broken. If you have a Connie, consider guarding the door with your life or get teabagged at the exit gate. Can't explain that enough. I also put in my normal escape route for newer players for the easiest escape routes to give you all a fighting chance. Here you go, take it with a grain of salt. Next up is the family house. Just like before, the arrows pointed towards ladder escapes and the basement exit routes have the arrows that lead to the top minus the arrow that leads towards the front of the house. That is a window that you may jump out of that leads outside of the family house. Wells are replaced right outside the family house for easy escapes as per normal from the family members. With that being said, this door leading to the back exit highlighted in blue is such an easy escape route considering it is not locked. Victims can just rush this area easily, and with one single lockpick have access to the entire area for all victims. When I show you how easy this escape is, it will change your entire layout of this map. But allow me to finish my highlighted spot and I'll reveal my escape routes as well. I will highlight and arrow the exit spots you may leave from by the roads, and also fuse and valve exits leading to the alternate exits. Now notice from this screen how it does not show a fuse box spot. Why? Because the fuse box only spawns in one of 2 spots on the upstairs of the family house and a third closest to the exit gate near the generator. Not even an alternate spot. It is upstairs, either right next to the back stairs or from the front stairs. There's a door to the left that leads into a small corner on the right hand side and it's sitting right there. So both upstairs in the family house is the easiest spots usually that they do spawn, and any condition where it is in a different spot you may need to find an alternate exit. The valve exits only have 3 possible spots they can spawn, one towards the far exit of the road, one towards one of the possible generator spots, and the third right behind one of the stairs exits leading towards the door that I just discussed is somehow never locked. See the issue yet? All the victims have to do is this. Let me just show you. This works in 80% of the games I play and it's broken. Consider escaping from these back stairs exit here highlighted in white. Depending on where the family is once you walk up these stairs, you might have to make a quick decision. You can also base this off how many victims are alive. I choose one of the two routes personally depending on a few in-game scenarios. Scenario number 1. Either I take a left, go up those stairs looking for the fuse box with my unlock tool. Why? You may ask. Because I know this fuse box spawns in one of the two spots I highlighted before, and there is a 66% chance that the fuse box is going to spawn up there depending on anywhere else. There's a guaranteed fuse on top of those steps, and those exact stairs I just told you to run up from the basement is right next to the fuse box exit for an easy, quick escape. If you are down even one player, it makes little to no sense if you are not sped up from these steps to run up and give your teammates a chance. Scenario number 2. I take the unlocked backdoor with an unlock tool, because if I am not spotted and all my teammates are alive, I can run over, turn off this battery, unlock the door without even being spotted. It's a no-brainer. Scenario number 3. I call it the F it scenario. I jump out the window and run for it, and I never go for that front exit unless I have teammates ready. I quickly run out of stamina and normally will have to tank hits to escape from the main road. Much smarter to take the sneak approach. This exit is the easiest to get spotted from the main road. Think about it. You are easily spotted from the main house, and if anybody sees you from one of the windows, you have to use a lot of stamina to even get to one of those exits, not considering that you also have to turn off a generator on that side. So I usually just like to take the sneaking route. On to our final map, the Slaughterhouse. Man, y'all didn't believe that this is the most balanced map on this game, but it truly is, and let me show you why. Now, my apologies for not giving more of a detailed breakdown, but this will do. From the view, we have the valve exits and the fuse box exits highlighted on screen as per normal, and green for valve and yellow for fuses. Much less of what I wanted to talk about this is the exit gates on each opposing sides. Notice how there is no easy escape spots. Why they can't make gas station and family house like this is beyond me. What I truly wanted to highlight here are the exit spots and how each side is heavily guarded by not just one unlocked spot, but two on each side plus a battery you are required to shut down before leaving those exit gates. Now, if you get a fuse or valve, amazing to you. The valve location is in the basement, which again is much harder for family considering they can't just easily turn this off without costing them a huge disadvantage being away from those exit gates. Same thing with the fuse box, but the only thing considering the fuse box is that the locations of the fuse box being very close to the middle of the map where the family usually patrols. Alright, now back to those exit gates. I'm highlighting those in blue for you guys. It just seems like the Slaughterhouse, while it is a bigger map, is very much more structured than the gas station and family house, and doesn't allow for much meta play to get involved. Considering this is not an easy route for this map, I am definitely more dependent on this kind of rotation personally. I generally like to go for the valve upon reaching the surface from the basement. If I find one I feel I can easily pick off, and a lot of the time I will find my way back to the basement to apply that valve pipe as soon as possible for an easy valve escape. If I don't normally find one, I surface from the warehouse side, sneak into the smaller warehouse, and quietly sneak my way around to the back doors and fly out those exit doors. But again, that's the thing, in order to escape from either exit size, it requires 3 lockpicks, including the door to the road, before kicking the generator or disabling the battery of the car. You're going to have to go out of your way and sneak around a good bit to get out of this in one piece. Here are my thoughts on fixes for each design map. First, the family house. Backdoor of family house needs to be locked. Without Cook, this is an issue. If not, the door outside that leads towards the battery exit needs to be blocked off from the main road exit. Family members are stuck in a long loop that Johnny and Cook cannot avoid without Leatherface. Completely blocking it off fixes that issue. Family members have less of an area to patrol. Rotate the fuse box spot. Don't just spawn it on top of the stairs. It's too easy for victims. It'll make games last longer. Road exits are fairly balanced. Fuse is not balanced at all. Needs a change. Valve exit is okay, may need more valve spot locations in my opinion. There's only a couple on the map, there needs to be more pushed around the map. Slaughterhouse, simply rotate the valve exit. Having it downstairs every game is outrageous. Makes it really hard for family to turn it off considering you need all 3 family members rotating the exits to hold it down. All other exit gates are pretty great. The gas station, they can keep the wood door there but simply require either A, another locked door in front of that door, or B, require the generator to be kicked in order to open both doors would be pretty fair. All other exits are fairly balanced. But from the map rotation and where the placement of certain objects are on this map, how do you feel about these maps are designed? Now, from a personal perspective, it does open your eyes a lot to where the map does randomize some of these items for both sides. However, it feels very underwhelming considering how much fixes are needed on these maps. Each map side should make this more interesting and not warrant free escapes. I feel like it's a heavy dilemma if people are escaping in less than 5 minutes. The devs saying this is meta is a shot in the foot considering the design they place on their own game and don't expect any player to not abuse it. Regardless, some fixes are in order and I'm curious to see what they do with it. As time goes on, eventually we will get our answer, but for now, I'm Waldo and thanks for watching this video. I appreciate you all being here. Until the next one, I am out. Peace.